What is up, orbiting folks? How's it going? Happy Wednesday to you all. Let me to adjust my microphone here a little bit. Sorry for the noise. We are stable, are we? Or are we not? Oh, it fell. I thought I got quiet there for a second. Are we locked? Okay, there we go. Welcome to the Orbital Alliance live stream. It's live stream number 10, everybody. Number 10. How crazy is that? So 10 weeks straight minus 1 week off that I had there. So from November to now, we've been continuing some live streams here on the channel. Been super fun. It's been awesome. I love just hanging out with you guys and talking about space. From space news to funny space things to space pop culture, or trying to learn about things you guys have questions about, because sometimes I don't know the answers, and it's fun to just get to know those things and help everybody learn a little bit more, myself included. So if you're joining today and this is your first time on the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more space content. And you also will get notified every week if or when we go live on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time. And be sure to sound off in the chat. Let me know you're here, and submit some questions about space. Ever has something that's just been itching at your mind? You're like, hey man, I don't even know what that is. I've always wondered how that works. I would love to help you answer it so you can learn something about space. Doesn't mean I know it, but we'll do our best to help you figure it out. But yeah, so we're just going to chill here tonight. I just chill at my desk. Last week we did something really cool. If you missed last week's stream, we played some space VR games. Was that last week or was that 2 weeks ago? I'm already forgetting. Life is just it's very full right now. But yeah, we played some VR, some virtual reality here. I have the HTC Vive headset. And there were two little mini experiences that I played, and they were very space related. One was the solar system in VR. Kind of got to walk around the solar system, pick up the planets, look at them, and we lined them all up in a row. It was really cool. We got to see the scale and how big Earth was compared to Jupiter. Then we threw Jupiter into the sun. It was awesome. And then we got to what else did we do? What was the other space VR thing we did? Why am I blanking out? Planets and... Oh my gosh, my brain just shut off on me mid-thought. Help me out, chat. Speaking of the chat, I see you guys are typing up away here, so I'll get to you in a second. Gosh, what do we do? VR, what do I have in VR? It's we did the lab, the solar system, and the space station tour. That's what it was. It was the space station tour. So yeah, there's an official International Space Station tour. It's like a 360 degree camera photo sphere you can fly through, and you can portal. It's kind of like Google Maps with Street View, but in the space station. And we kind of did a tour. Thanks, Josh, for helping me out there. I see your comment now. Yeah, so it was super fun. So if you missed last week's stream, it was great. Yeah, so I've got a little bit of an idea for tonight's stream, but otherwise we're just going to kind of keep the chat open, and we'll be talking about some stuff. So here, let's see. We got some Halo references here. Gosh, this is super blue. It's purple, but it's showing up as blue in the camera. Maybe I can turn that one down a little bit on my phone. So yeah, Josh, a regular, what's up, man? Some blue person. Yeah, there are a lot of Halo references here in the chat. If a star dies, does it become Space Ghost? Let's ask him. Here's Space Ghost, Coast to Coast, Space Ghost. Josh, your favorite. Do stars become you when they die? I'm officially crazy for talking to an action figure. Yeah, I mean, I suppose so. If you think a nebula is a ghost, then yes. And Kayla confirming the question. Yeah, I mean, it's a very good question. What happens when stars die? Here, let me adjust small lamp. My phone. Let's bring it down. Yeah, a little not too much. I mean, split the difference. Let's go 50 to 60%. Maybe 70. Yeah, 70. 66. Order 66%. Star Wars reference. Cool. Yeah. So, gosh, I feel like I've been a little bit out of tune with space news. I'm going to be honest. Every week we talk a little bit about space news. And I feel like I mean, James Webb has dominated the news, and there hasn't been anything big with that, and I kind of want to take a break from talking about Webb because there's just been so much going on. Um, I saw that NASA gave contracts to 12 small satellite providers, I think. That was a big news that happened today. There's a new contract that went out, and I don't know where I can find some of the language around it here. So that was pretty cool. There was a really neat picture taken by the Perseverance rover on Mars, which was great. I wonder if I could find that. Perseverance. It's like a picture underneath on the tires. Yeah, here it is. I'm just going to screen share here for a second. One sec. Yeah, take a look at this. Yeah, that picture right there is super cool. It's got a bunch of rocks. The camera kind of like reached under the rover on Mars, and it took a picture of its wheels. You can see the treads, and then the sand, like the dirt, with the imprint of the treads there. A lot of speckly, greeny sand. The textures in this photo are unbelievable. The picture quality is unbelievable in this. It makes me want to just go play with this dirt and travel whatever, however many 80, 90, 100 million miles away that Mars is, or whatever it is right now. Beautiful picture. Beautiful, beautiful picture taken by the Perseverance rover. So that's been kind of cool. Oh, yay, dirt. Yeah, I know, right? Or, well, is it dirt? Or per our previous live stream, is it dirt 2.0? Or is it Mars? Or I can't remember what was some of the other options that we came up with. We had a discussion in a previous stream about how sometimes we call Earth soil Earth. Like, oh yeah, I'm in the Earth moving. I'm in the Earth moving business. Like, we move dirt around. It's kind of like, oh, it's a pile of Earth. I was like, well, what do we call Martian dirt? We call it Mars. I think it's kind of ridiculous that we call Earth dirt Earth. But that was a question. So yeah, is that yay dirt or yay Mars? I don't know. It's up to you. Yeah, it's been other than that, I feel like it's been a pretty quiet space week. I'm just kind of cruising through. I saw that Michael Bay visited NASA. That was kind of cool. Maybe I can find that picture too. That was neat. So at NASA Johnson Space Center in Florida, there was there's a building called the Vehicle Assembly Building. It's super huge. It was built in the 60s for the Apollo program. They still use it. They use it all the way through the shuttle program. They're still using it now. SLS, the new Space Launch System rocket, is being built, the first one ever, in there right now, and it's almost done for Artemis 1 coming up this year or early next year, I think. No one really knows. But they call the inside of it the high bay. So they took a picture of Michael Bay in the high bay. And I'm going to see if I can find that picture because it was kind of cool. Was it actually NASA? Turn my scroller here. Oh, nuts. Yeah, it was a neat picture. It was cool to see, So if you don't know who Michael Bay is, he's a film director, super famous. I mean, he's done, I don't know how many movies, but he's most known for his kind of gratuitous explosions in his movies. Yeah, he's like, it's kind of his thing. It's like a meme, really. I knew him best for doing the Transformers movies, at least like the first 3, I think. Maybe he did the other ones. I didn't see him. But what else did Michael Bay do? Pearl Harbor. I'm sure there's a lot of other movies I'm forgetting that are way more popular for him, and I'm forgetting. But brilliant director. But it was cool to see Michael Bay in the high bay at NASA. So film directors probably checking stuff out for a movie. I wonder. I mean, unless he's just genuinely interested in space and he ended up there, I would assume he's probably doing some homework. That could be cool. You lost me at Michael Bay. Yeah, sorry. There may have been a bunch of you out there. Who Josh, you might be embodying an entire subcategory of people who are on the stream. Yeah, I mean, like him or not, he is brilliant, and he's made a lot of movies, and the dude is a lot richer than us. So that's that truth might keep it, give him at least some credit. But yeah, so that seems to be kind of like what I got in my mind for space news tonight. This might be a slightly shorter stream. It's 8:12 already. Typically we go an hour, but I am going to take a stop here to go to the Funko of the week. And if you guys are new to the channel, every week we do a featured Funko Pop figure from my collection back here. I've acquired a few more in recent times. I love Funko Pops, and I like to feature one every week. It has nothing to do with space, but it's just fun, and it's backed by popular demand. So we're going to do that. And so my birthday is next week, and I have my friend Josh, who is joining us on the stream here. He sends me Funkos quite a bit for occasions, and he sent me 2 for my birthday, so I'm going to feature 1 from Josh. So if you guys are into Pokemon, he sent me this Charizard one, which I guess just came out, which is super awesome. Look at this thing. Now, if you can put Charizard in space, now we're talking. It's a huge Funko. I mean, compare it to like Creed Bratton from The Office here. I mean, look at the size difference. He's huge. So a big fan of it. So Charizard will be the featured Funko. It'll go right here in the special spot. We love it. So that's it. Delta Omega. Oh, is that Blake? I see a fox on the image. That's awesome. How did NASA determine where to put their new telescope? James Webb, the new telescope. Yeah. So I kind of don't understand it 100%. Does that make sense? So it's at L2, which is Lagrange point 2, and there's 2 different points. There's actually a couple of them between the Earth and the Moon and the orbit. So it's like the Moon goes around the Earth, of course, but there's a point even further out. It's 1 million miles away. It's kind of like in Earth's trail as it's traveling around the sun. So it's orbiting that point. For some reason, there's a point. It allows something to orbit it, and I don't really understand that. But it's ideal because it's far away from the Earth and the Moon, so there's no interference. It's kind of in the cold depths of deep space, and it stays like locked into that point. Like the gravity, I think, is like kind of the big key to it. And this is where I lose myself on this. Probably should look it up a little bit better. It's just kind of like stays put in that spot, and it's a really good place to be. And I wish I had the reasons why beyond that, but I want to say it's just interference, keeps it super cold, super protected, but maybe I'll have to look that up a little bit more. Why is Webb at L2? So why send Webb to orbit the sun L2? Because it's an ideal location for infrared observatory, which Webb is. At Sun Earth L2, the sun and Earth and Moon 2 are always on one side of space, allowing Webb to keep its telescope optics and instruments perpetually shaded. Right. Okay, so maybe that's just it, because it's got this giant sun shield on it, and then it's like kind of like if this is the sun, like it's using like the shield so that it's like looking that way. So if the camera is like my thumb pointed into space, you want to block all the light from getting my thumb. So as it's following Earth, it stays that way. Tries to keep it as dark as possible, so you get like the purest interference-free infrared photos. Does that help? Did I answer that question? Didn't Baby Yoda go to space? Did he? I don't know. Maybe Grogu went to space. I feel like that had to have happened at some point. Was the so there's things called zero gravity indicators, which is kind of a tradition for rockets. Russians do it, Americans do it. It's like they strap a little plush animal in the cockpit of the cabin of the spaceship, and then when they launch, they just get into space, and then suddenly the thing's floating around. It's on like a little tether. It's a zero gravity indicator saying, "Hey, we're in space. It's floating now. It's not sinking to the ground." Maybe Grogu was a zero G indicator. The Earth, where's my head? The Earth I have back here was a zero G indicator. Not this one, but that's the same like model. We've talked about those in the stream before. But people use all kinds of things. A lot of them are like personal influences. One of them I remember being like, oh yeah, this cosmonaut's daughter loved this character, so they brought him as the indicator. stuff like that. Um, 8 million miles away in a week's travel seems safe. Yeah, right. I mean, I'll take it. As long as it's got there safely, I mean that's a good thing. Sweet. Okay, cool. I'm glad I helped answer the question. I mean, it was maybe a slightly more refined version of my head, but I'm glad I learned a little bit more specific terminology go around with it too. So good question. So yeah, cool. So like I said, I might not keep this like super long this week, but I thought a fun little like game exercise to play with everybody here. If you're watching the stream, one, say hi in the stream if you're watching. Would love to say hi to you. And again, feel free to submit some questions or just some chat topics. But the big thing I want to do this week, which I used to kind of do a little bit and I sort of let it fall off. It got hard to keep up with, to be honest, was at the end of my streams, I used to recommend a space movie, a space book, and a space song to kind of just get you guys in the mood in the in between live streams, because I just feel like surrounding yourself with like space media is what gets you excited about space, to like learn about real things. So I used to do those suggestions, but like I said, hard to keep up with, and I started running out of some stuff too. There's a lot of things out there, but I don't know all of them. I haven't read every space book. I haven't watched every space movie. And to be honest, I kind of watch a lot of the same ones or read a lot of the same ones because they're just that good. So I just need some time to look up some other things. But what I thought was, hey, it'd be cool to talk about space music, but also have like a little bit more of a challenge. I want to make tonight during the stream the ideal go to space music playlist, and we're gonna create a limit. I say let's do. I think we'll get through this pretty quickly if I don't make it a larger number. Let's say we have 20 songs, 20 songs. We are going to come up with songs. I'll make recommendations. You guys make recommendations. And we'll see if we can create like the perfect playlist. Like if you were to go to space, what would you put in the playlist? Okay. What's up, Roger? Hey, man. I see you there, Mr. Klein Reef. Are you still doing fish? Are you still doing some Klein reefage? That would be awesome. We should get some fish in space. I wonder what that would do. Because they could just swim the same way, right? If fish went to space? That's a good question. I want to know. Like fish in water can just swim. Would they, like, do they need the feel of gravity? They're buoyant, right? Fish are buoyant. That's weird. We have to find out what would happen if you had fish. Because would it really even matter? Like, could you just keep an aquarium up there no matter what? And like, could we send one up right now and it wouldn't be a problem? Like, I know having like mice and spiders in space is like a totally weird thing. Because it's odd for them. They kind of need gravity in some respect. But like, fish, they just kind of swim. Roger says, I have the tank, but not the videos. Okay, no worries, man. Still cool. Okay, we got some song references coming in here. Sweet. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open up like a note on my screen here, and I'll just type them in. So 20 songs, 20 space themed songs. They can be. Let's see. So yeah, it doesn't have to just be like any space song you can think of. So something that would like really get you, like if you only had 20 songs to take with you to space, like you'd probably be pretty selective about what you'd bring, because you'd probably want to have a lot of moments with yourself and maybe even with other people. Like, hey, this song means something to me, or it would induce a certain feeling in a certain moment here. Like if I were to go to space, I would think I would have some moments where I'd want to be alone at night, looking at the Earth at night, behind the Earth in the shadow, seeing all the city lights and the aurora and everything, and just looking, and you can see the dark of space. That'd be a different moment than if I were just like cruising around a spaceship or a space station, or maybe some like fun space time. If you're playing a space game where you're flipping around and playing football in space or something, like that would be like a totally different vibe. And maybe even like music for launch too. Like what would be your launch music? So think about those kinds of feelings, and we'll make something super cool here. great playlist. So let me just make a note. No, I don't want to upgrade my service here. All right. The perfect space playlist. And then you know what we'll do? Well, at the end of the night, I'll make a YouTube playlist and then share it. I'll put it in the link of the description of this video. And then we can send it out and we can just have something that we made together. How awesome would that be? All right. 20 songs. Let me pull up your chat again. Sorry, everybody. We got a list here. Okay. So Bowie, followed by Bowie's in Space by Flight of the Conchords. Yes. I mean, we talked about Bowie's in Space actually with your brother a few weeks ago when he was on the stream. Yeah, it's Bowie's in Space by Flight of the Conchords is a must because you need some space humor, right? So I'm gonna get that on here, and then you said Bowie. Man, I keep losing the stream chat. Sorry. Can I do this in OBS? Let me open that up again. Doc, chat, and there it is. Now I don't have to keep YouTube open. Great. Cool. So I'm just gonna put Bowie's in Space, which I think might just be called Bowie. Is that right? Flight of the Conchords. All right. Yes. Can fish oxygenate in space? So I mean, I don't know how. Let's see. Sorry, I'm like losing myself here. Roger, how does it work to oxygenate water for fish? Like, I'm assuming that's what all the pumps and stuff are for, right? Like, so you don't have to change the water all the time. How do you maintain fish? Because if you put them in space, would like the machines who like filter out the water and stuff work the same way? Do you think does it require gravity? You would be my fish expert. I don't want to miss a thing. For Aerosmith count as a space song. Check out the music video before you answer though. Okay. We can look that up. I won't play it on the stream though. Let's see. Okay. And I'm going to I mean, was it featured in like, let's see, in something? Is this the actual music video? Oh yeah, was it in Armageddon? Was there a was it Spaceman by the Killers? Okay, yeah, Kayla, I see you. All right, so I'm gonna just write down some stuff here. Which Bowie song are you thinking out there, Blake? I'm assuming Space Oddity or Life on Mars or Starman, all three of them. Let me know. Earthrise on the Moon. There's an Office reference right there. I can hear it in my head. Gabe Lewis in The Office plays like this like synth, and he makes soundscapes called Earthrise on the Moon was one of them. Okay, so let me see. I've got the I mean, yeah, I'm looking at the music video, Josh, and it looks spacey. You know what? If you feel like this is your vibe for like, hey, this would make me feel cool about space, then we're putting it on the list. So I don't want to miss a thing. Nuts, I just closed it. Reopen the closed tab. I don't want to miss a thing. Okay. Aerosmith. Who out there has done the Aerosmith ride at Disney World? The Rock and Roller Coaster. It is like my favorite ride in all of Disney World. It is awesome. It's in Hollywood Studios. and there's like, it's like indoor and you get to do loops and stuff inside. It's super fast. I love it. And they blast Aerosmith in your ear. It's super loud. Okay. Spaceman, The Killers. All right, number 4, Starman or Space Oddity. Okay, I see your chats on there. Okay. Hey, Ron Colson, how's it going? Good to see you. No worries about being late. There's no such thing as late. Just to clue you in on where we're at here. So the discussion for the night is we're creating the most epic space playlist. So if you could go to space and you had 20 songs, what are some of the songs that you would pick? And I'm making a list here of everybody's favorites here, and we're going to kind of whittle it down and make a 20 song playlist. So what's maybe a song you'd want to listen to on launch? What's a song you want to listen to while you're just floating around? Maybe playing some games in space. What are some songs you'd want to listen to if you were just staring at the Earth out the window at nighttime or staring into the black of space? Like what would you listen to? So sound off in the chat, Ron, if you have any suggestions. Everybody else is putting in a ton here. This is awesome. So I'm making a list. So let me catch up here. Allegretto number 7 by Beethoven reminds me of what could be isolation in space. Very cool. I like the classical touch. I'll have to look that one up. Maybe I'm familiar with that one. I don't know. Beethoven. He's Dutch, right? Beethoven. Is that right? Or is he German? I thought he was Dutch. How do you filter water in a vacuum? Physics question. That's a very good question. So I think you have to use a centrifuge, because that's like the giant like water cleansing machine that they have on the space station, like multi-million-dollar thing that purifies the water. They use a water collection system that recycles urine and sweat and other like water byproducts in the atmosphere of the space station. And then they put it through a filtration system, and it uses a huge centrifuge and filters all the junk out, and it comes out cleaner than the water that comes out of our tap here on Earth. Like even more so. It's like cleaner than bottled water. So maybe they would use a similar thing for fish tanks. I think you could keep a fish tank in space, but the fish, I'm not sure how the lack of gravity would affect their swim bladder, which adjusts to keep them neutral in the water. Very interesting. Thank you, Roger. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe that would mess it all up. Maybe my lack of fish experience would end up killing a lot of fish in space. Okay. Blake said Mars Planetary Movement by Tchaikovsky. Yeah, another good classical. Okay, so did Tchaikovsky do a planetary suite kind of like Gustav Holst? Is that the same one you're thinking of, or is there a different one? Clarify for me, and I'll make a fix here. Okay. All right, sweet. Moving on. Yay, Tchaikovsky. Okay, maybe there's some confirmation. I've rocked a roller coaster, but that was 20 years ago. Oh man. Oh man, I think you would have just been too young. I was like, Blake, did you go on that band trip in 2005? But I don't think you were almost a freshman at Schaumburg that year. Because we went as a band trip to Florida, and that's when I first went on it in the summer of 2005. It's been a while. You can't be late because time is relative and only depends on where you're currently orbiting. I mean, yeah, that's probably true. So yeah, you're everybody's always perpetually late, on time, or early, depending on where you are or where the destination is, I guess. But I like the optimism. Yeah. Jetsons theme song. Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. I wonder who I mean, all those, like, that's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, right? So, I mean, I wonder who composed all those. Are they all the same composer for like the Flintstones, the Jetsons, and gosh, I mean, the whole list. There's a ton of those cartoons. Mass Effect main menu theme would help me sleep in space. Yes. That's the like the Mass Effect 1 theme. Okay, yeah, so I see Holst. Yeah, okay. So I'll update to Holst. Yeah, we've mentioned these on the stream before. They're amazing. I love the Jupiter one. Mars, the God of War one, is super awesome. Let's see. So yeah, the Mass Effect 1 theme, the menu theme is Vigil, right? It's called Vigil. That's named after. It's like the theme that the virtual intelligence from the Protheans that you actually mentioned, Vigil, that you find later in the game on Ilos. I think it's called Vigil or something like that. That is an awesome one. Okay, moving on. Eclipse by Pink Floyd. I should have expected a Pink Floyd reference from you there, Ron. Yeah, totally. So let's do it. That's a good one. All right. We're at 8 songs right now. Actually, I got to include... I'm going to put Starman and Space Oddity. I mean, both of them deserve to be on there, let's be honest. Going back to like a couple chats ago. And Space Oddity. I mean, how can you not? They're just the best. David Bowie. Cool. Okay. Buck Rogers in the 25th Century theme song. Okay, I actually don't know that one. I've heard of that, but I can't say I've seen or watched anything or heard anything. So, so I'll have to go back and listen to that later. Cool. We have 11. What else you guys got? Spacey songs that would keep you like energized. What would you want to listen if you were on a rocket and you were getting strapped in? What's like the fire you up song? Like, what do you the thing that's like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening? You know. Let's start with that. Let's go there. Like, any like rock ballads, like, you know, Through the Fire and Flames. Oh, come on, I'm putting it on there. Dragon Force. How can we not have some Dragon Force on this playlist? Roger says, fun fact, Holst was not proud of the planet's success. I wonder why that is. Do you have any idea? I wonder, because it was written in what, like the 30s or something? When was the planet's it was written between 1914 and 1917. I mean, that's in the heart of World War One. Okay. I wonder what that was about. Because I mean, most people really probably had very minimal clue or awareness about the planets. I mean, very little, considering some of them weren't discovered until the mid to late 1800s. So maybe the average person, were they teaching about planets in school then, or was that more of a 1900s thing? I don't know. All right, bouncing back to my list here. Okay. Oh, we got a bunch. Shoot to Thrill, AC/DC. That's a good one. Yeah, get some Iron Man vibes there, which would be perfect. Anything Muse. Okay, hone that in for me, Kayla. What Muse songs in particular? There's some great ones. Shoot me a specific one. Oh, wait, I see. Sorry, I'm following down the chat here. I'm not catching up. Starlight. Okay, perfect. Putting it on there. Starlight, Muse. Sorry if I'm a bit delayed. There's actually like a queue here of the chat, so I'm trying to catch up. Sandstorm. Is that like the like techno Sandstorm song? That's what it's called, right? Sandstorm. Is that the one that's like do 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 do? Is that it? I have a future in music production, clearly. A Real Earth Lies on the Moon soundtrack. Ezio's Family. Ooh, Josh, hit me right in the feels, bro. For those of you not familiar with Assassin's Creed, the game series, I actually have a poster right up here behind me, right up here. That's Ezio Auditore right here in my room. But Ezio's Family is a very beautiful song. Jesper Kyd, amazing composer. Okay. How about some Star Trek theme songs? Okay. Any particular Star Trek show, like the OG one, the original one, or like you're talking like Deep Space Nine or Voyager? Let me know what you think if there's a particular one. Or just like the classic or the reboot movies, because they had some really great themes in there. It was Michael Giacchino composing that, and he did an amazing job in those 3 movies. M83 Oblivion songs. Okay, so now this is where I'm going to come here, and I'm going to take that and run with it. Thank you, Kayla. That is like the pinnacle of stuff I would bring. It'd be like David Bowie and M83. If I had to pick 2 composers, it'd be that. So yeah, Oblivion, Star Waves. I'm going to say Star Waves. That's my number one song. If I had to pick one song, it'd be Star Waves by M83. If you guys are listening to this, like, find a way to listen to Star Waves. It is like the craziest, like, synthesized song from the movie Oblivion with Tom Cruise. So cool. And I just, like, if I was floating in space trying to take it all in, it'd be this one song. It'd be like the most existential freak out. You know, you wouldn't even have to do drugs to like have a freak out. Just listen to that song floating in space, looking at the earth or looking like into the stars. It would be awesome. Mr. Holst, what made you write about space? Yeah, I mean, who knows why? I wonder why. There's probably some writing out there. The original, the OG, Ron. Okay. I think, yeah, you gotta pay homage to Star Trek and the influence it's had on space travel, period. There's a lot of TV stuff in here. I love that. Got Jetsons, Star Trek, Buck Rogers. Yeah, this is great. Star Trek Enterprise has the only theme with actual lyrics, unless they did that in the new ones too. Oh, yeah, no, I don't know if they did. What's the new one? Star Trek Beyond? The current show or the recent show? And isn't there going to be another Star Trek show that's coming out I don't know what's happening with that. I wonder what they've got going on. Okay. Sweet. So we're at 18 songs. We've got some really, really great stuff. Let's see. What one Star Wars theme would you take? That's a great question, Josh. I mean, I immediately thought I got to think about that one a little more deeply. Okay. No. I know exactly which one I would do. I would choose Luke and Leia from the Return of the Jedi soundtrack, because when I first started getting into telescope using back in like high school, like I would go out with my telescope and I put my old iPod in my ears. I would just look for stuff. I listened to that song and it blew my mind, just trying to like get in the mood. So I'm gonna say Luke and Leia from Return of the Jedi. Discovery and Picard. Yeah, those were the other 2 Star Trek shows. Thank you. Yeah, right. Because they brought Patrick Stewart back, right? Or was it like a younger Picard? Did they recast him? I thought Patrick Stewart was back in that. Yeah, Leia's theme is good too. Yeah, Princess Leia. Also Yoda's theme. But if you're looking for something epic, I would probably go with the asteroid field, because that's just a pretty cool thing. But I mean, you don't want to be running into an asteroid field in space. So yeah, we'll settle for that. But we'll settle for Luke and Leia. Star Trek Lower Decks is a fun cartoon. I read that typo there that had me cracking up. Yeah. This chat is ridiculous. So, Father Vader, Darth Vader. Yeah, I mean, he is the father. Let's be honest. Uh, Imperial March theme. Yeah, yeah. LFG. Yeah, right. All right. Again, if we're gonna do Star Trek, we have to do Star Wars. So Imperial March. Okay. That's Empire Strikes Back. Okay. Oh, this is hilarious. Asteroid Field, John Williams. All right, we're putting it on there. We're putting it on there. Probably should cap off the Star Wars stuff at some point, but I'm okay with it. Okay. Not the Ewok song. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like the original Yub Nub or whatever, or the like remake, or the forest, like forest theme. Um, Father Vader. Um, oh, it said Farther Vader. Okay. Well, Farther Father Vader. Either way. Um, oh, hey, Greg. Hey, man. Welcome to this stream. Dude, this is like the perfect stream for you, man. I need your input. So we're discussing if we could go to space and we could bring a playlist of 20 songs with us. Any song, what would they be? Throw your suggestions in the chat. It could be anything. If you feel like it'd be something you want to listen to when you're in space, floating around, looking out the window, looking at Earth. Maybe it's something you want to listen to while you're launching on a rocket for 8 minutes of just like riding lightning. Yeah. But are we as cold as Hoth? Yeah, we are. Yeah, for those of you who are on the stream who might not be from the Chicago area, it is very cold where we are right now. This morning it was like what, -10 or something like that Fahrenheit. Wind chills of like -20 something. What does that equate to in Celsius? What is -10 Fahrenheit in Celsius? It's minus 23 degrees Celsius. Okay. Really cold. So if you're from Europe or something like that, somewhere in the world that isn't America where you actually use Celsius, it would be minus 23 degrees. So you did say Yub Nub. Yeah. I mean, I'll put it on the playlist if we meet any Ewoks in space for real. How about that? So yeah, Greg, send me some music references. Some songs that you think would be great to listen to in space. Okay. Yeah, so let's do a recap here. So while you guys are thinking some more stuff, here's what we have on the list so far. It's more than 20 right now, but we can like hone it down. All right, so we've got Bowie's in Space by Flight of the Conchords. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, Aerosmith. Spaceman, The Killers. Allegretto, number 7 by Beethoven. Mars by Gustav Holst. The Jetsons theme song. Vigil by Mass Effect, or the Mass Effect video game soundtrack. Eclipse by Pink Floyd. Starman, David Bowie. Space Oddity, David Bowie. The Buck Rogers and the 25th Century theme song. Through the Fire and Flames by Dragon Force. Shoot to Thrill by AC/DC. Starlight by Muse. Sandstorm by, is it Darude? Correct me if I'm saying that wrong. Ezio's Family, Jesper Kid, which is the Assassin's Creed 2 soundtrack. Star Waves M83 from the Oblivion soundtrack. The original Star Trek theme song from the 60s. Was it 1966? Is that when the show aired? Correct me if I'm wrong, Ron. Or any other Star Trek nerds out there. Luke and Leia, Return of the Jedi soundtrack. Imperial March, Empire Strikes Back soundtrack. And the Asteroid Field, Empire Strikes Back soundtrack. That's what we've got. It's a great list. It's a really great list. There's a lot of soundtrack and TV show stuff in here, which makes sense to how mine would look too. 8:46 p.m. Sorry. This playlist is all over the place. And that's how it should be, right? Like I would say, like, if you went there with like one album from the same artist, I mean, that'd be okay, but you'd have no variety, right? Like I think it'd be really great to have a totally random thing. And that's what this is about. We're making a really crazy playlist because you guys are putting it together. You're all different people. It would be different than mine, but there's a lot of similar things on here too. So I love this. This is awesome. We Can Lose the Jetsons song. I wasn't really serious about that one. Oh, okay. All right, we'll nix it. But let's be honest, it would make somebody happy too. All right, so we killed that one. Sorry, Elroy. How old would Elroy be these days? Would he be like 60? Oh, maybe he wasn't even born yet, because, well, it's the 21st century, right? 2000, year 2000, 2001. When does the Jetsons take place? It's like 21st century. So maybe Elroy would be like 20 years old these days, if it were real. Okay. If you didn't tell me the theme was space, I would not have gotten it. Yeah, right? It's a little bit nondescript, but still cool. Sandstorm was a meme pig. You don't have to include it. Okay, great. I'll take Sandstorm off. I mean, it'd be fun. Okay. Band nerded me. Yeah, lay it on me, Greg. Galactic Empire's Battlestar of the Andromeda Nebula. Okay. Is it Galactic Empire's 1? Is that like the Roman numeral 1? By David Gillingham. Okay. Galactic Empires. I am anxious to hear this. This sounds awesome. Okay. 2062, the Jetsons. Oh, wow. Okay. So Elroy isn't alive yet. He's a twinkle in George Jetson's father's eye, or grandfather's eye, or I mean, who knows? Yeah. Okay. Yes, it's a 3-part suite. Okay. Awesome. I am definitely gonna listen to that. That sounds awesome. Very cool. Sweet. Let me look at some of the stuff I've got here on my list too. We're at 20 songs, but I know I've got quite a few. I used to have a playlist on my YouTube channel that I'm on the other account. Space. Yeah, a ton of M83. Chris Hadfield, who's an astronaut, he has an album, a lot of that stuff. Mass Effect. Oh yeah, here's a good reference. Okay. So there was a documentary that came out probably 7 or 8 years ago now. It's called Planetary. It's kind of a lesser known thing. I saw it on Vimeo, and I think I paid for it. And it was kind of talking about how there was like a planetary crisis, like humanity is going through an extinction event, is what their claim was. And this was a whole documentary, like an hour-and-a-half documentary or something, that was interviewed a bunch of people from all different areas of society, talking about how they feel like right now it was like humanity's dying and we got to do something about it. Weird. I may have even talked about it in the stream maybe like a month or two ago, but the soundtrack was incredible. And it was produced by a group called Human Suits, or The Human Suits. It's on YouTube. I don't know where else you might be able to find it. There are some tracks on there that are just mind-blowingly beautiful. Some really kind of creepy and droney, but like I think Earth is the first track. So I'm gonna put that on the list and look that up if you're bored or looking for stuff. So Earth by Human Suits. I would take that with me. And it's kind of a more obscure thing because it's like lesser known. Not saying I wouldn't recommend the documentary, but the music is worth hearing. What else you guys got? Any other suggestions? Let's see. Let's say if you could do like what some of the Apollo missions did, where they kind of slingshot it around the moon, come back around and come right back to Earth. It's like a figure 8, go around the moon, come back. If you were going around the dark side of the moon, maybe Pink Floyd is just the perfect one. Maybe it's just got to be a Pink Floyd feature. What would you guys listen to approaching the moon, going around it, and going away from the moon? What would it be? If those flat Earth documentaries had sick music, I'd be worse off for it. Julie Guiraud, or how would you say? Is that French? Okay. Oh, To Walk with Wings, Fanfare and Overture is a musical epic of man's quest for flight, from the early beginnings of cloth and wooden wings through the exploration of space. Sweet. Greg with the heavy hitters. Wow. To Walk with the Wings. Julie, is it Giro? Am I saying her Giro? Garox would probably be like the most American way of saying it, but it looks like it might be French, so you probably drop the X. Any phonetic suggestions? Very cool, though. It captures mental images of men, the whirring of the computer age, the tragedy of the Space Shuttle Challenger, and the overall spirit of man and his desire to travel through space and beyond. Nice. That's perfect. Very, very great. All right, let's make some adjustments here. So we're at 22. I need 3 more songs. We're going to bump it up to 25. We're going to make a 25 song playlist. And we'll go with that. We'll wrap it at 25. This has been great. We're coming up on 9 o'clock, so we'll probably wrap it up here soon. Oh my gosh, Ron, the heartstrings. Your daughter singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Oh, my 2.5-year-old doing it. Just thinking about it right now, it's making me melt. This is not. I mean, that's a deep one. Ooh. I mean, I probably should record that right now. Genius idea. I'm doing it. I'm gonna make it happen. Just for me and my wife, we'll save that, and then when we're on our deathbed or we're in space one day, I'll listen to it. We premiered it way back when. Okay. Did you your orchestra? You played it? Is that what you meant? Cornfield Chase, Hans Zimmer, Interstellar soundtrack. Oh yeah, we need to get all that in there. Cornfield Chase going in. Probably closely in line with Stay. That's another good one. And the extended part of the soundtrack, I think there's a track called Murph. That one would be a really good one. Or What Do We Do Now? That's a good one in the Interstellar soundtrack, but we'll go with Cornfield Chase. Walking her down the aisle. We're still 20 years away, maybe more than that. 20, 30 years away. I don't want to think about it right now. If you guys want to capture my tears and save them for immunity, you can do that right now. Now's your chance. Citywide Band Festival. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sweet. Okay, two more songs, and we're gonna wrap our epic space experience playlist. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for suggesting stuff. For those who are watching after the fact, I'm gonna do my plug here. Would appreciate it if you're enjoying this playlist and enjoying this stream. Would love it if you guys would subscribe to the channel. Hit the red button, ring the bell that pops up. Don't miss a video, don't miss a stream, and we'll see you guys in the future. We'd love it. Always join in every Wednesday night, 8 p.m., where we sit right here and talk about space stuff. Like space music, which is great. Nice. Eiffel 65. Okay, well, I only know the Blue song. Is there a better space song that you know that I don't know about? That a song that's spacey or feels good that Eiffel 65 did? Because I can't say I know anything else from them. There was a point when I was doing some stargazing stuff. I would listen to the Beatles a lot. But I'm not sure which song would be best for that. Oh, the mole from Dunkirk. Oh, Roger. That movie's awesome too. I mean, all this Christopher Nolan reference here. Oh, the Blue Danube. Danube, the river. Kayla knows what I'm talking about. The song they play in Star Wars Aeronauts when the Jim's Coleslaw Shack. Okay. Yeah, I mean the mole would probably be a pretty stress inducing song for space, but I mean, yeah. Space can be stressful. Oh yeah, it was also in 2001. That's right. Sorry, I just read that little tag there. Yeah. Time by Alan Parsons Project. I don't know that one. I don't think. Okay. Let's see here. Well, we're at 26. Can't go wrong with the original. So oh, my wife and I love this video series. Sorry, something in my eye and I can't get it out. There is a YouTube channel called Auralnauts, and Greg, you actually introduced me to Auralnauts years ago. So thank you for that. Thanks for ruining my life in the best way. I love Auralnauts. Auralnauts. They created a parody series of Star Wars. They make one for each episode. They're on episode 7 right now. And in episode 6, they have this ongoing joke about coleslaw. Really random. But that there's this like fast food restaurant that just does coleslaw, Jim's Coleslaw Shack. and they played some of the Blue Danube music in one of the scenes there, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's comic genius. Okay. All right, so we're at 26 songs. Did you watch Banana Time, Greg? The most recent one? Are you keeping up with everything Auralnauts? I was a patron on their Patreon for a little while, so I feel like I directly financially contributed to episode 7. So I feel pretty proud of that. Anyway, so we're at 26. I'm going to cut one song out. And I'm probably going to cut out one of the Star Wars ones, because we got a lot of Star Wars on there. Okay. I'm keeping Luke and Leia. All right, I need your help, chat. Between the Imperial March and the Asteroid Field, which Star Wars song are we getting rid of? That's tough. I mean, if it were me, I'd probably say Imperial March, because I just love the Asteroid Field so much. And but I mean, they're both amazing. So what do you guys think? If we were to ditch the Imperial March or the Asteroid Field, both from The Empire Strikes Back, let's get us to 25. So we're at 26 right now. Yeah, make sure I sign a waiver. Yeah, right. They did thank the patrons, but it was not like a list on the end in the credits. Okay, Ron says Asteroid. Greg says Imperial March. Bye. Oh, my vote doesn't count, so I need to see this in the chat. We need to make this an uneven split. Get rid of Imperial March. Vote to keep Asteroid. Oh no, you guys, it's 2-2 right now. All right, who else is out there? It's 2-2. So get rid of Asteroid. Get rid of Imperial March. Get rid of Imperial. Keep Asteroid. Okay, wait. Is it 3-1? Axe it. Oh, that's a vote for Imperial March going. Oh, wait, no. So we're 3-1. Okay. Sorry, I misread that. Right? I was second guessing myself on really simple math. Okay. So we're getting rid of Astrofield. Get rid of Imperial March. Keeping Asteroid means getting rid of Imperial March. Keep Imperial March. Asteroid Field. So it's 3-2. Kayla, are you still watching? I need your input. Chime in the chat. Get rid of Asteroid Field. Get rid of Imperial March. You know those songs. So it's 3-2 right now. So you're either gonna keep the tie going, or you're gonna seal the deal here. You're the last vote if you're still listening on the chat or on the stream. Who else is out there? Do we have anyone else in the stream? I think we've had 6 people on here tonight, like solid 6 people. Thank you guys for participating. It's been great. 6 concurrent viewers. Yeah, that's what the YouTube statistics are showing me. Yeah, Kayla. So axing. We're narrowing it down to 25. You're the final vote. If it ends up tied, I will be the tiebreaker. If you vote to axe them both and add "Here They Come" from A New Hope. Oh, there's the suggestion. There it is. The Peter Griffin version. Can we do the Peter Griffin version? Say keep Asteroid. Ooh, okay. All right. All right, so let's do this one more time to make sure I'm not going crazy. Getting the notebook out. Okay. Asteroid, Imperial March. This is to get rid of it. Let's retally it up. Let's do it. Ron said, get rid of Asteroid. That's 1 vote. Get rid of Imperial March. Greg. Roger, get rid of Imperial March. Blake, keep Asteroid. That's a vote for getting rid of Imperial March. Josh, keep Imperial March. That's getting rid of Asteroid. Kayla said, keep Asteroid. That's a vote for getting rid of Imperial March. Okay. All right. Well, the votes show it. Can the Imperial March is 4 votes. Can Asteroid Field had 2 votes. Sorry, Darth Vader, but we're going to ditch your theme. Cool. We have 25. I love it. So you can make a playlist and I'll put it in the description. Let's make a little bit of a window here. I'll see what I can do. This was super fun. Did you guys have a good time with this? I can't like find anything to. So I always had this idea in my head at some point, like in the future, it would be great to like do like a space trivia night and try to get as many people as possible on the stream. Like do a ton of promo for it and like ask people to share it like crazy and try to get like 100 people on the stream and do a bunch of space trivia. And then actually legitimately have a prize to give away. So would you guys be down for that? What do you guys think? I would love to do it. It would take a lot of prep, but we could make it happen. Okay. How do I make a playlist here? All right. Tell you what, I'll do it after stream because I'll be way too distracted. And then I'll even put a link into social media. I'll like tweet it. I'll tweet it. Go to Twitter, at Orbit Alliance YouTube. I'll share the screen here in a second. You can find it, and I'll tweet it here in like, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 minutes after the stream is over. Here. So here's the screen share. Go right here. The Orbital Alliance. This is my Twitter page. Twitter, look for @OrbitAllianceYT. That's the Twitter handle. And I'll post it here, and we'll make some fun posts about it. Cool. So I'll do that right after this. It's 9:07 p.m. Central Time. Let's switch back to the camera view. Thank you guys very much for hanging out and for contributing to this really, really super fun idea. Yeah, I thought it would be great to do something like highly interactive like this tonight, and to keep doing that every week. I love the Q&As. They're awesome too. But sometimes having like a little bit of like a starter and a goal like really, really like pours gas in the flame. But yeah, I can't thank you enough for spending time, like a whole hour tonight. Thank you everybody who was here. Josh, Kayla, Ron, Greg, Roger, Blake. Did I miss anybody? I think that was all you guys. Yeah. Super great crowd. You're the best. And you guys are from all different walks of life for me, some past, some present. The only prize I'll accept is Funkos. I mean, I don't blame you. Maybe it'll have to be a Spacey Funko. I wonder what's out there. If there's any like, I don't know. I'll do some research. That'd be a good one. I'll keep that in mind. Does chat/Nick like Boba Fett? Thumbs up, thumbs down, ? Kayla says, I do. Yeah, I do. And I will be watching episode 5 tonight. What do you think, Kayla? Should we watch episode 5 after this? Yeah, I'm enjoying Boba Fett. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit strange. It's also really epic at the same time. So, but I'm really enjoying it, and I do want to see where it goes. I want to wrap it up. I think they're doing a fine job. There's maybe some like odd artistic choices, but that's what art is. It doesn't have to always fit a mold. So I'm rolling with it. Last episode was awesome. It was. Episode 4 was sick. It was really cool. Ron likes it too. Greg likes it. Josh does not like it. Josh, did you catch up to all the other episodes? I know last time we talked, you said you only watched the first 2, I think. Have you seen 3, 4, and 5 now? Thanks, Roger. I appreciate that. Would love to have you back, man. Cool. All right, we're going to watch episode 5 tonight. Great. All right, you guys, well, I'll wrap it up here. Thank you again for joining. And like I said, future, we'll try to work out a trivia stream where we'll just get like a huge focus of people on here, and we'll just get a ton of input. We'll try to like host some contests. I'll have to come up with some interactive blurbs on the screen and make that happen. The other thing I wanted to do, I think at some point would be, I still want to figure out how to get like a Zoom call live on this to get somebody. I know how to do it. I just got to learn how to make it happen. So I want to get some guests on here. So that's coming up soon. It's on my list. Josh said, nah, just the first 2, but still. Yeah. Watch the rest of them. See what you think of episode 4. It was definitely, it was the best one yet. 3 was weird. 4 was better. But anyway, cool. You guys have a great week. If you're freezing where you're at, stay warm. If you're hot where you are, get cool. And yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central to talk more about space stuff. So with that, catch you all on the other side, everybody. See you later.